to this. It's a long way to the ground, all alone. Guess we played for what's been found, different sides. But you know which one you're on. It's a ploy, it means nothing when you're gone. Don't blame me, my own sick grief, just not today. It's a waste of space for colors turn and lessons lead the other way. It can't be changed, 'cause we are lions, we are fighters. Around this world tonight, with the fire in our eyes, we are stronger, and we push harder. Around this world tonight, with the fire in our eyes. We are lions, we are fighters. Around this world tonight, with the fire in our eyes, we are stronger, and we push harder. Around this world tonight, with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. 'Cause we are lions, we are fighters. Around this world tonight, with the fire in our eyes, we are stronger, and we push harder. Around this world tonight, with the fire in our moment. All it takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focused, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye they remember you for. They're calling your name, go and take what's yours. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment.
is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but I'm my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall.
waiting.
Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
Right here, right now.
Now, waiting for the curtain call. Here now, this is the moment. All we had and all we lost, all in time to speak of us. Heaven knows at least that we tried. Pour them out to little things, 'cause we can't forget the better days. Playing on repeat in my mind. We see the world in a cold light. It isn't much, but it's all we needed. It's all we needed. With everything in its right place, we push away 'cause it's all we needed to come crawling back to life. It isn't much, but it's all we needed. It's all we.
Welcome to Rokk Around the Clock, daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rokk? Hey, hello, happy Thursday, the day of Thor, the day before poor old Thor had a Thor thumb, or something like that. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I hope you guys are well. Oh, some minor changes today. I've started up a little bit earlier than normal. That's because, sometimes I was saying to the wife, it's a bit like when you go to the cinema, right? The pictures, as I call it, and you're sat there and you're watching about 15 minutes into your Bond, and half a dozen people come through the door and stand up in front of you and stuff, and it's like, oh. So I thought I'd start a bit early and avoid the cinema rush. But it's all good. I've done a little bit of a rearranging of furniture behind me, and we've got a new look Wheel of Fortune window thing, screen, all that stuff. How are you guys? Great to see you. Hope you can hear me okay. I've got a very slight echo in my headset, but I'm hoping that it's exclusive to me. I could probably get rid of it if I was to do this. No, that didn't help at all. Hopefully you guys are not getting it, and that's all that matters. So if I turn up my volume, there you go, it's a bit better for me. Good! Let's have a look and see who we've got in the wide, wonderful world of YouTube, I guess. We have William, who was saying a little bit earlier, hello Rokk. Hello William. I'm going to go to my doctor's appointment that got rescheduled. Oh no. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you, my friend. PS chat, don't forget to tap that thumb and thumb it up for Rob. Bless you, my friend. Thank you so much, dude. We've not even started and already the love is pouring in. How cool is that? Thank you, my friend. And also, we've got the very likes of young Ray. If you've been watching Rock Show recently, you'll know that Ray is indeed the voice of wisdom. When me and William and David, we prattle on and on and on, and we talk about things forever, and then Ray just says, hand up, guys. Boom, he just drops the mic. He just gives it a 5-second mic drop. It's like, yes, Ray just summed it all up. Thanks, Ray. Absolutely brilliant. Of course, it's young Ray's birthday this weekend. I say young because he's 6 years younger than me. Well, 5 years and let's say 9 months younger than me. But he's going to be doing a birthday stream this weekend. So check out his tweets for the dates and the times and what he's going to be streaming and stuff. And pop in and give the guy some love. Absolutely deserves it. He's a legend in this here community. K-Spall is in, our wonderful tame developer. He's not very happy with the GeForce Now roadmap. Look, he's not. He's well unhappy about it. We'll cover that off in a second because today is the day when we tend to do news. We have the most news on a Thursday. We have GeForce Now, we have the Epic game. I've got it's a bit of news, but it's it's kind of got cloud gaming overtones. Nobody else is covering it. But I'm going to throw it out there because I think it's going to be a really interesting one for discussion. And maybe Bjorn and the gang will cover it a little bit later as well. Young Adam Rouster, he's homesick. Oh, mate, what's up, dude? Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I hope it's nothing too bad. Just, under the weather, viral, all that kind of thing. I hope you feel better soon. There you go. And he's got no internet, apparently. Why is that then? But they say the modem is bad, but he is here. He is using his phone, so that's good. I've just taken an antihistamine, for allergies and stuff. My eyes have been really sore today. It's the downside of spring, isn't it? Yesterday was the first day of meteorological spring, so technically the first day of spring, even if we don't include spring forward and spring equinox and all that stuff. But straight off the bat, boom, the pollen, woof! And I don't normally get that stuff. The last few years, it's been kicking in. Blee flu fla, how are you, my good friend? Good to see you. Good afternoon, Rokk. Thank you for jumping in. Lovely to see you. It's my comfy chair. You're absolutely right. I've tried them all. I've tried cheap office chairs. I've tried uber expensive gaming chairs. I mean, like the top of the range expensive gaming chairs. And in the end, this thing, which is my leather reclining single-seater. It's proper leather, and it reclines. You know, you put up the thing and your legs come up in the air and the whole thing goes back. It just does the job. It's just so comfortable. Nobody else does it, so why not? But I love this chair. Me and this chair have been good friends for a while. David, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, it does look comfortable. No, it is. But it's been here for a very long time, guys. If you go back and look at any of my streams over the last pretty much 2 years, you'll see the same chair. There he is, the man of the moment, the man of the week, young Bjorn from Sweden, who is, of course, hosting, or now co-hosting, Rokk Players later in 3 hours' time. Now, his co-host for now, because we're hoping to get one more, or maybe even 2 more, is our very, very good friend, Josiah, mostly Martinez, of course, co-host of My Next Gen Gaming, which goes out on Tuesdays. So this is the amazing Rokk family that we're pulling together. Bjorn and Martinez are going to be co-hosting Rokk Players later. So Bjorn, stick around. I've got an interesting little news article. It's a discussion point, actually. You were saying earlier that you were struggling to come up with a discussion point. My article that I'm going to be revealing in the news could be the very answer. And we'll get over to that fairly soon as well, because we've got a little bit of news today. Martin, look at this. Another one of our Nordic friends. Young Martin from Norway. How are you, my friend? I always love that little avatar. It looks like you're about to throw the Stadia, what is it? Is it an Xbox or a Stadia controller? Like a boomerang. Or Kratos' axe. Brilliant stuff. Oh, look, Dorrigan's here as well. Hearing you fine, my man. Well, thank you, my friend. That's very good to know. Excellent stuff. Good stuff as well to see that you fellas are all getting your exclamation mark wins in. Really important. Very, very good. And there's Ray, full of love for the world, as a lovely fella that he is as well. Barclay's here. Barclay from Germany. Guten Abend, mein Freund. I hope you're very, very well, my friend. And look, Nerds World's popped in as well. Nerds World, another former Raise Praise alumni. I hope you're well. You were a little bit under the weather recently, weren't you? I hope it's all sorted and you're feeling on top of the world again. And our love and best wishes to you, my friend. Young Bruce from Canada. I hope you're warming up, because I know it's been a little bit on the old It's actually quite nice here. Probably evidenced by the fact that the pollens decided to just blitz the whole area. But I've got my antihistamine and I've got me squish squash. Delicious. It's I think it's fruits of the forest. You know what, we have this thing in the UK. I know they have it in Australia as well, but it's basically like a shot of concentrate fruit juice-ish. It's not really, it's made up, it's full of sugar and flavors and stuff. And you put about that much at the bottom of your glass cup, mug, bottle, whatever, and fill the rest with water. So it creates this flavoured water, basically. We call it squash. I've no idea why, by the way. It's always been called that. And it's very popular. Very popular. Orange squash is another very popular one. I never used to like the whole Ribena fruits of the forest thing, but I've become not addicted, but it's like my favourite now. And we don't tend to get the basic flavours. We get like peach, passion fruit, and maybe apple and berries, all that kind of stuff. It's delicious, but it's just cheap because you can buy a bottle of the concentrate, the squash, for, I don't know, I'm going to make this up, $1.50, right? But it lasts forever, or at least it lasts a couple of weeks, which is a lot cheaper than fruit juice. And of course, fruit juice, if you drink enough of it, can actually do some pretty nasty stuff to your teeth and your inside. So everything in moderation. That's what I say. Rockmouth's here. Hello, my friend. I hope you're well. I can't see. Oh, good to see you, dude. I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're keeping well. Hi, been on Metroid Prime Remastered, but uh-oh, he's hit a snag. Is that a snag as in a bug, or a snag as in it just ain't working? I can't get past the boss. I hate those. Try it. Can you dumb it down? Can you take it down a level, like easy or story? That's what I do. That's what I do. You can't do it with some games. So Destiny doesn't have that. Oh, it kind of has a legendary or a brave option. But brave is default. There's nothing below that. But I've been soloing my way through. I'm banging through it. I'm quite enjoying it. I've got to be honest with you. I've got through I must be up to about 8 or 9, maybe 10 campaign steps in. So it's good. Getting there. Enjoying it. Doragon says, I have a Parker Knowles wingback I love to game in. Right. I don't know what that is. Is it a chair? It sounds like a chair. Parker Knowles wingback. Let me go and Google Parker. Yes, my lady. Parker. Yes, my lady. Do you remember the old Thunderbirds, guys? Yes, my lady. Would you pull up the rolls? Would you pull up the rolls, Parker? Yes, my lady. Parker Knowles sofas. Let's have a look at the old wingback. Here it comes. Parker Knowles wingback. Oh yes, it's a proper kind of in the corner chair, isn't it? Oldie worldy. Oh, my mum and dad used to have some chairs like this, and they left one with me, and it became my office chair. Not when I had an office, not the chair that I sat in. It was a big old leather thing, but it was one that I had in the corner of the room, and I used to love it. That was good fun. I must remove this track from the music because it annoys me. What are we on? We're on quiet. Let me just interact and move it on. Boop, there it goes. And while we're there, let's remove that track, and it's gone. Never to. This is our chill zone. We don't need no freaking and all that malarkey. We don't need it, guys. I don't need it. You don't need it. There you go. So Parker Knowles. Very nice. That's the kind of thing. Yes, that's the kind of thing you want, my friend. For sure, for sure. Pycon, who popped in earlier. Great to see you, dude. Blee Flu Flower says, Bjorn, thank you for the winning ticket. He won a ticket. Nice one. Martin says the FTC, I saw this actually, my friend, the FTC has told PlayStation it has to reveal its third-party exclusivity deals and a ton more intel. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what that's all about. It's all getting a bit stupid, if you ask me. Is it to do, I don't know, well, it's got nothing to do with the CMA, but there's kind of all of these different guys. To be fair, I do wonder, without a great deal of knowledge, I do wonder whether the gaming industry has become a little bit like the music industry, which is only a hop, skip and a jump away from professional sport, which is basically just mafia run. It's just about people making money and at everybody else's expense. And the music industry is notorious for how it stitches up artists. And I've kind of got a feeling the gaming industry is kind of moving that way. So in a sense, maybe it's a good thing. the FTC and the CMA are kind of shining a spotlight on our behalf, because quite frankly, it's amazing that anybody in this country is shining a spotlight on the normal citizens' behalf, because that kind of politics sailed. Yep, Martin's given it a big thumbs up and he's crying his eyes out. Bless him. Somebody give him a cuddle. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend that is the Cuddly Bear Gem is in the house. Hey, how are you, Jim? And Forsen. Forsen's also here, all the way from Twitch. Good to see you. And getting in with the exclamation mark win. Now, guys, just to let you know, you have 13 and a half of your English seconds left. 13 and a half of your English minutes and seconds left to, because it is times English. We all know that. Greenwich Mean Time. It's such a Victorian thing. Truthfully, I read once there's a brilliant book all about the kind of the battle for who would host the mean time that the rest of the world would bank everything on, and it's us. But actually, it probably should have been Paris, because technically that's kind of where it is, where it's properly sat, the Meridian line. There you go, Victorians, the old Victorians. A bunch of Egypts they were. Martin says, Belle Fleur. Yes, it's going to be extremely interesting. It really is. I'm great, thanks for asking. Oh, absolutely good, because I know you were a little bit on the old poorly side the other day, weren't you, my friend? You had to ditch your stream. And Martinez now, Josiah is in the house. Hey, how's it going, dude? Josiah, of course, is not only one half of the amazing My Next Gen Gaming team, but in exactly 2 hours and 45 minutes, he's going to become one half of the all-new Rokk Players show. It's exactly the same as the old one, but with a new co-host, so it's all new. Hey! And I'm going to be a guest, but not today. It's mother-in-law's birthday at the weekend, and we have a birthday thing that's happening today. So, but I will definitely jump in as soon as I get back and say hello. Oh, look, Bruce's I'm no number one Padawan, mostly Martinez. Yes, I watched all of Mandalorian. Bit of a weird episode, I thought, season 3, episode 1. And it just it was over. I'm not going to give any spoilers. There's an amazing piece of CGI in it that is just superb. But then the rest of it's a bit weird. I thought it was a bit odd, but it will be what it will be. Bruce, says Martin. Oh, look, he's here. The cowboy's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ant. Ant, how are you, my friend? Rokk Show, what's your weekend plans? Yeah, so more mother-in-law birthday stuff. Apparently, my wife and mother-in-law have got tickets to go and see some famous chef lady do a talk at a theatre. So they're going to go and do that. And then probably we'll go and take her for a meal. And then on Monday, we're going to be venturing on the open road to collect the youngest for, I think, a week or 2 weeks. She's coming home, so that'll be lovely. We'll pop in and see the eldest as well en route, because one is kind of on way from t'other. So yeah, that's me. How about you? How about the rest of you guys? I can't see, trying to find something, but I've hit an impasse. This is to do with Metroid Prime Remastered, as to what to do or where to go. I think I had that game on the Nintendo Wii. So when the family decided to buy a Wii, I thought there's got to be some decent games other than the whole, running on the spot type stuff. So I'm sure I bought that one. It was Metro or Metroid or something, and it was actually really good. But I hope you find the solution. David Handley, double concentrated Robinsons for the win. We're back on the squash. Pure fresh juice is no good if you suffer with acid reflux. This is true. It will also stain your teeth permanently if you drink too much fresh orange juice. It can be a bit of a... Oh, look at this. Dre has just become a member for 22 months. He is in the top 5 club for sure. Dre and Clive and Consino and Queen Rach and Levi. These guys are all they've been there since virtually the beginning. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Dre. Another milestone. Bless you, my friend. I really, really appreciate you being on board for that length of time. I really do, my friend. And I hope things are working out really. And they are. I don't even need to ask you because I know they are. I know you're doing some great work down in España with the family. I tell you, it was a cracking move, my friend. I wish when Brexit had just kicked in over here that we'd done something similar, because it's going to be years before we get back to any level of normality. Bjorn says, woohoo! There it is. Just to double confirm. Bjorn says, Twilight Imperium Day on Saturday, a full day, 100% for one board game session. I'm going to assume this is a proper board game with one of those kind of multi-sided dice and a bunch of your friends. Is this the plan? Bjorn does this. He's really into all that stuff. I think it's cool. Cowboy says, this weekend the only thing we're going to be doing is to lunch with my wife's cousin on Saturday and her kids. And I'm going to go to the movies tomorrow to see Creed 3. I haven't seen the other two. I think at least one of them is on... is it Disney? It's either on Disney Plus or it's on the Mountain. I forgot what it's called, that channel. The Mountain. Oh, I often wear the t-shirt. How annoying. Anyway, I do like the look of it. When I was much younger, around the time of Tyson, I was a big fight fan. And I used to go with my dad to see... we actually did go to a Tyson fight. And we used to go to Frank Bruno. We used to go to all of his fights. We're big fans. I met Frank once. And we even went to a couple of the real old school boxers. And I think I've said this before, but we went to a Frank Bruno fight. And Muhammad Ali, my all-time hero, came into the arena. And everybody just stood up. And the unbelievable, the guy, I mean, he was in the right place to be applauded, but what an absolute legend of a sportsman. I started watching, actually, talking of watching TV, Paramount, that was it. I was flicking around in Paramount last night. Actually, it was this morning. I woke up at 1:30 this morning, couldn't get back to sleep, went downstairs, watched Mandalorian, and I was flicking around, and I came across this series called Mike, which I instantly thought, well, there's only one Mike in the world that they could do a biopic on, and you can guess who it was. And indeed, it was a mini-series about Mike Tyson, and I thought it was going to be crap. It was really, really good. So I've only watched the first episode. I think there's, I don't know, normal thing about 8 episodes, but that first episode was brilliant, really, really good. Just really well written, really well acted, top level cinematography. So that's cool. That's a new series for me to watch. Fascinating stuff. But these days I'm not interested so much. I think everything in sports just becomes so commercial now. I'm really not interested in it's not sport anymore. It used to be. The era of Don King and pay-per-view, it's just destroyed the fight game, and it's the same in football as well. It's all about the money, which is fair enough. They've got to make a few quid, but there was a time when actually sportsmen and women wanted the win as much, if not more, than the money. And those days are well gone, sadly. Only one Mike it could be. Are you forgetting Jordan and Schumacher? Yeah, but they're not in my world, mate. Michael Jordan and Schumacher. I'm not into racing at all. I mean, it just bores the hell out of me. I just meow, 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 meow. Yeah, great. But yeah, it could have been. But no, for me, it had to be just that one, the absolute psycho that he is. Don't get me wrong. I mean, let's not over glamorize. He's actually the same age as me, ever so slightly older than me, but not by much, only by a few months. which is quite interesting. Agree with, there's Miss Phoenix, how are you? Agree with the commercialization of sport. I've fallen out of love with Formula One a bit. Drive to Survive on Netflix has killed it a bit for me. I haven't seen that. Does that go into the whole commerciality of, I mean, racing's been like that for a long time, hasn't it? You know, Eddie, what's his name? And he bought it, everything. It's just been about, everything's about the money. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. But for me, I'm just not. As simple as that. I think that's one of the good things about the Olympics, but even that's become more and more commercialized. You know, when you get sort of professional teams, remember when it went, I can't remember what it was it Atlanta? The last time it went to the States, the Olympics. And they had like professional basketball teams playing. And it's like, come on, guys. It's literally meant to be a celebration of amateur sports people. And yeah, of course they're going to go on and they're going to make a load of money, as happened with Mike Tyson initially. No, sorry, Muhammad Ali. Of course, when he was Cassius Clay, started out in the Olympics. And it's just like, no. Not for me. Not for me. But anyway, it's all good. Them's fighting words, them is. Yeah, I know. My brother and my daughter, actually, massive Formula One fans, but it's never done it for me. Never done it for me. The finale of the 2021 season hurt F1 far more than Drive to Survive. Was this where it was kind of... I'm not going to go down the road because, to be honest, I don't know a huge amount. But I do remember there was lots of controversy. I remember Lewis was kind of like, that's it, I'm out. Even if he'd already was out, somebody was out. And it's all about the cash now, isn't it? Guys, we seem to have reached a very convenient spot in the chat where we can switch across, check out the news, which is good. I've actually rearranged my whole OBS thing now, so it's much easier for me to manage. You'll see in a second when we get to the wheel. Talking of the wheel, there's 2 minutes and 26 seconds left, guys. There's 18 users, 18 tickets. That's really good. That's a great number. But so go over there and fill your boots. Let's see who's going to win today. We have 21 watching. That's brilliant. Thank you so much, everybody. That's really good. We will never get answers for the 21 season. Every sport, though, isn't it? Every sport. It doesn't matter. I mean, my as you guys know, my favourite sport is rugby. But, you know, there's the money there as well. And I've seen it at the high level. I know what it's all about. Neil J. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, Obi's in the house as well. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, Obi. And well done for getting in. You've got 1.5 minutes left. That's awesome. You're all getting in there. That's right. Let's get down to some news. So, GeForce Now is, as you know, a Thursday they release their stuff. K-Sport, if you were here earlier, was not very happy with the GeForce Now news. So, and this is why 3 games released this week. But because it's the beginning of the month, they have announced a list of new games coming up. And to be fair, I agree with him, there's nothing spectacular in there. However, don't forget, they are currently in a mass onboarding of Microsoft games, of Xbox games, PC games. I think, but I don't know, that's probably impacted on the roadmap. So they may have had a load of games that they were going to be onboarding ASAP, which they've pushed to the side to get those Xbox games into the system. Personally, I think they should take on more staff. But, you know, I don't know how many people they've got doing this, and I don't know how long it takes to do. Do you know what, as well? I wouldn't be surprised if they said we could do with some people coming in and helping out from a Reddit post. I bet they get a ton of people that would just come and help onboard the whole thing if they were given free games and, you know, milk, cookies. What's up, bro? Oh, I'm all good, my friend. I've taken my antihistamine. Them freaking pollen allergens are kicking in, and it's only just started the season. So let's have a quick look. Monster Hunter Rise. Now, of course, this is out already on Xbox Cloud Stroke Xbox Game Pass. I actually, out of interest, I fired it up earlier. It's not my kind of game. I've very quickly realised, I don't know what it is, but I'm just not massively into Japanese games. And it's not a racist thing. I'd love to go to Japan, and I love Japanese people. It's just the whole, I think because their culture is so different to mine and what I'm used to, I just don't relate to it. So when I play a game that's very heavily Japanese music, anime, you know, Japanese history and so on, I just don't get excited. Don't shoot me. It's just how it is. Voltaire, the vegan vampire. I have no idea. I have no idea what this is about. This is a great new feature of Cloud Dosage, by the way. They've tried to get as many of the games into a database as possible, which is absolutely brilliant. So here we are, Voltaire the vegan vampire, rebel against your legacy in this farming action roguelite. See, that R word does it for me as well. I can't be bothered with roguelites. Tend your spooky farm by day and defend your crops from enemies at night. So it's currently on GeForce Now, so we know that's now available. And by the lookies, it's that only place that you can play it, even Boosteroid, unless you know, of course, the secret way. But officially, it's only available on GeForce Now. Metacritic of 65, not bad. It came out the 27th of February, so there you go. It's a little bit behind as far as that one is concerned. Rise of Industry. Now, here's the good news, because indeed, that is today's free game, and here it is over at Epic, so you can claim that one, Rise of Industry. Again, sorry guys, not really mine, but I will claim it because one day it might be. You never know, do you? So we'll place that order. I agree. Thank you very much to Casino Games, and that has now been claimed. So it's kind of a sim. Put your entrepreneurial skills to the test as you create and optimize intricate production lines whilst keeping an eye on the all-important bottom line. Do you remember the other week they did a similar thing about the Mafia? At the moment they seem to be pushing a lot of these kind of strategy games out, which is quite interesting. Normal price about $26, $27, so it's a free game. What's not to love about free? Even if you never download it, claim it, and of course it's on GeForce Now, which is good news, I think. So, other games coming in the month of March. Oh, by the way, the other big news, which isn't noted here in the Cloud Dosage news item, is that Chicago has just come online for Game Pass Ultimate. So if you are in the Windy City or anywhere within the realm of the Windy City, you can now automatically kick in to that lovely 4080 Game Pass Ultimate. Just bear in mind, by the way, it's not always 4080. They will send you to the right place for the game, but it does at least mean if you're playing a game that is up to scratch, latest RTX, the whole thing, that you could be playing it on a 4080. Can't say fairer than that, can we? Let's quickly have a look at the chat. Dorrigan says, Monster Hunter requires friends for a first timer. I hated it solo, played hundreds of hours with the Nerd Migos. A brilliant name. That's good, yeah. Me and friends, you know what I'm saying. Neil says, enjoyed your PSVR 2 review, Dorrigan. Oh, well done. I haven't seen that one. It does do some good reviews, it's true. Dorrigan, cheers, Neil. It was hard to do being unable to breathe. Yeah, good shout. That's a me game if I ever have the time to try it out. And of course, Bjorn is talking about Rise of Industry, because Bjorn loves the whole strategy thing, which is cool. No problem with that at all. Absolutely aimed at you, my friend. So let's zoom in a tad here. These, oops, sorry. Oh, why won't you let me zoom in? It's fine. Anyway, don't matter enough. Oh no, it's got way too big. Oh no, I've done the wrong one. I did the Windows one. Now I've started GeForce Now. Oh, it's all going horribly wrong. Oh, no, it's not. It's Discord I've started. Anyway, look, we're back where we started. It's all good. So here are the new games. By new, I mean these are coming in March. And one of these I'm actually quite excited about. So Starting in, what have we got here? 5 days' time, March the 7th, Hotel Renovator. March the 9th, 2 days after, Clash Artifacts of Chaos, Figment 2, Creed Valley. By the way, I noticed on Twitter, the developer of Figment 2 were actually inviting anybody that wants to beta test it, or who wants to stream it, I should say, to get in touch, and they're going to be handing out codes. I did tag Bjorn and Ray because I thought they would be definitely good ones for those guys to stream. So have a look out for that and look in my retweet tweets and you'll see it in there. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6. So they put a decent one of those out every year, don't they? Big Ambitions, that's coming out March the 10th. The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, March the 14th. Small and, as opposed to Small Land, Survive the Wilds. Is that Small Land or Small Land? It is Small Land. Oh, look. It's literally, it's a bit like Super Duper. I love these little tiny folks games. I did a video. I don't think it's the same people. I did a stream a little while ago. And that was actually an early access game. Bramble, here you go, more games. Bramble, that was the one. But I don't think Bramble is the same people, but it was this kind of a thing. And I love these teeny tiny games where you play, you know, itchy bitchy little fellas. Itchy bitchy? I'm sure that's not what I meant. Itchy titchy little fellas. Look at him on the old back of a cricket or a locust. I think grasshoppers can fly, can they? Maybe just jump about the place. Experience a big adventure on a tiny scale. Enjoy multiplayer survival. Lost me. In a vast, hazardous world, preparation is key when you're this small. And at the bottom of the food chain, craft weapons and armour, tame and ride creatures, build encampments, and explore a strange new land. They get minus points for the overuse of ampersands. Nobody should be using ampersands when you've got that many characters, but we'll let you get away with it. A little gecko thing going on. Could be good, although to be honest, I'm not multiplayer. Kind of a fella. It's due to come out at the end of the March, which of course is when GeForce Now are saying you can play it. Bramble's the one. Now, as I've said, I did a stream on Bramble. I've got a recording of the whole thing from start to finish, because sadly it's only about 15 minutes long. But when I last looked, they've now got a release date. This is good news. 7th of April. Brilliant. Because when I played it, there was no release date. It just said coming soon. And I'd actually said in the stream, you know, it is possible that it's just a technical show-off for the studio. And it is actually Merge Games. It is the same people as that last game, Small Land. So it looks like they're kind of looking to... They're the publisher, sorry. Developers are different. So looking like they're cornering the small world here, interestingly. That's really cool. I'm going to add that to my wish list. I'm not logging in. Get out of it. But I loved the demo. It looked great. It really did. They have lovely kind of forced depth of field. So it just made it feel that bit like you were that bit smaller. Gorgeous game. I'm super excited about that, I have to be honest with you guys. So anyway, Small Land from the same publishers, coming out March 29th. Ravenbound March 30th. Dredge also March the 30th, as is the Great War Western Front. System Shock, and these are games now with no dates, they just say they're coming in March. System Shock, Amberial Dreams, No One Survived, Symphony of War, the Nephilim, isn't it? Nephilim Saga, Tower of Fantasy. This is the only one that I'm really excited about. Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now, I know it's out on Xbox Game Pass. It has been for a while, but my daughter bagged it before I could get a chance, and you can't easily in Game Pass have multiple characters without overwriting the cloud saves. So I bought it again. I bought it for PC, and I'm super chuffed to see that it's going to be on GeForce Now this month, because I haven't really properly started it. So looking forward to that one for sure. Now, Bruce says, Rokk, have you ever used Stream Streamite. I'm not sure about that spelling. Do you mean Stream Link or something else? If you could just clarify that, my friend. And meanwhile, I will Google and see if there is a Streamite, but I'm fairly sure that isn't the case. Streamite. Streamlight, which is tactical and safety rated flashlights and headlamps. I'm sure that's not what you meant. Dreamlight Valley goes free to play later this year. Oh, does it? Oh, great. Just after I bought it. That's a classic Rokk, that is. Classic Rokk. Wow. Well, it's okay. I don't mind. Look, you know what? So I'm the last of the customers to pay for it, whatever. It's all good. Now, we've got 20 minutes before the top of the hour, although I'm not too worried because I don't think William is streaming today, but it's probably a good idea if I do think about winding it down because that antihistamine's kicking in. I'm starting to feel very tired. She told me that it was a non-browsy, but I ain't feeling the non-browsy, I've got to be honest with you. So this was the news item that I just wanted to go over with you guys. Ex-Goldman Sachs analyst to launch Web3's first cloud-based first-person shooter game, Undead Blocks, on Immutable. So, firstly, the world, or Web3, I don't know, Web3 I think is what is kind of classified as the whole kind of NFT and cryptocurrency, all that, you know, chain block and all that stuff. The first, if anything, the world's first cloud-based first-person shooter game, full stop, interestingly. But indeed, it's what sets it apart, what makes it quite interesting is it uses Immutable X, which is an engine that I hadn't come across before, but it seems to me that it is aimed fairly and squarely at that whole kind of chain block crypto NFT world. It is indeed it's a pay to kill, win to kill. It's quite an interesting model, this. I've read about this. I've looked at the game. So you basically collect NFT weapons, and they are unique to you. I mean, this whole, literally, it's a non-fungible token gun that is unique to you. So when you get your NFT gun and presumably other stuff like armor and bits and pieces, you can trade with other people. Literally, they can buy them from you, right? And this is where the business model is, I think. So the developers are basically going to take a percentage of that trade. So they give you earn NFT, you earn internal currency, which I think a bit like Fortnite, which is called something like, where is it? Something like Zombie Bucks or something, Z Bucks. I can't remember what it was. A little bit like Fortnite. There you go, Undead Blocks. Let me read it to you so you get a proper feel of this. Wagyu Games, this is what these guys are called. It's a Web3 game development company founded by former Goldman Sachs analyst Grant Hazley, who doesn't look too old. Today announces that it's free to play, kill to earn multiplayer zombie survival first-person shooter Undead Blocks will be launched on Immutable X, which is this platform. I know nothing about it. We can have a look in a minute. The preferred platform for building and scaling Web3 games on Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency, right? Undead Blocks is the first multiplayer zombie first-person shooter on Immutable X, inviting players to collect and upgrade a wide range of weapons to survive endless hordes of zombies alone or with friends. It actually does look quite a good game, I'll be honest with you. Each weapon comes in the form of a non-fungible token, NFT, and can be customized to increase damage, ammo capacity, and accuracy. Undead Blocks is exactly the right combination of innovative tech and approachable inclusive gameplay, poised to give a massive push to the mass adoption of Web3 gaming, said Andrew Sorokovsky, Vice President of Global Business Development at Immutable, has a vested interest. So here's the game. undead blocks, which actually looks pretty cool. What's interesting is, and you can download this, you can play it on PC and Mac with and a browser, by the way, with the cloud version coming shortly. There you go, Xbox and PlayStation. You can play it on an Xbox or a PlayStation controller. Here's the dude. Here he is, the young dude who is basically... And it's got backers. I mean, it's free to play, okay? Now, I don't know whether when you get into the game, the Survivor Shop, I don't know whether... That's just merch. You get given... You earn tokens by killing zombies, and you get like 100 tokens by playing for 70 hours, but to buy a gun is going to cost you 4,000, in which case you need to put your... I don't know. But, let's not shoot it, because let's be quite frank, even in the non-Web3 world, that's exactly how it works anyway these days. Fortnite is the classic. And the one thing I do like the idea of, firstly, is this all cloud-based game. That's going to be interesting. And they talk about... Actually, if I look for it in here, hang on. Cloud... What? Do you want to allow this app to make changes? No, I'm not... Get out of it. Must be freaking browsers collapsed. Dag nabbit. Okay, what they've basically said is that they are using a new cloud platform. They're not even using... I mean, it could be Stadia. I don't know. Who knows? Made by an investment banker, too, with zero gaming experience. Well, we don't know what his gaming experience is, let's be honest. It'll be trash. You see, then you've written it off without giving it a look, haven't you? Now, I'm not going to try it, because firstly, I'm not into multiplayer stuff anyway. But it's free to play, which means you don't have to invest anything. Plus, I think the key thing, the bit that I'm most interested... Two things I'm most interested in here. If I can get it back... where are we? Yahoo... business. Yeah, the finance. Two things I'm interested in here. One is the fact that it's all cloud-based. Sorry, hang on one second. Undead blocks. Is it blocks? Blocks. Undead blocks. Yeah. Okay. Here's the actual studio. Here's the article. Okay. Let's find this cloud. What's going on here, man? Freaking freak. I have no idea why. Anyway, it's down here somewhere about cloud, and it said... Oh, yeah, okay. The game will soon be available on mobile devices via a special cloud gaming service, allowing it to feature AAA level visuals on most modern smartphones. Well, I don't know why it's only coming to smartphone in the cloud, but anyway, I think it's one to keep an eye on. Two things. One is I actually quite like the idea of NFT for the weapons, so it's literally yours. It's absolutely unique to you, so you could then take it to a trading thing and trade your one weapon that happens to have this very unique skin, or it's been maxed to the hilt or whatever. And again, Warframe, Destiny, Fortnite, Call of Duty, all these games rely heavily on microtransactions. So, not that it's something I particularly want to encourage. I don't particularly like that model personally. I'd rather spend 70 quid and be done with it. But it's there. It's a model. So, be an interesting one to see. Reminds me very much about the Dead by Daylight when the characters wait for start. Oh, the graphics. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in any way endorsing this. I'm merely saying it's interesting. Two factors, the cloud only and the NFT bit. Welcome to the Wagyu universe. Create an account. No, I don't want to do either of those. Let's see what they've got to say for themselves on Twitter. 53,000 followers. That ain't bad. It's a verified account these days. It means nothing. Let's see, when they joined October 21, which is probably around the time they started doing this thing. Play to Earn is officially undead. Our daily earnings protocol is live. Oh, you're not seeing this. Sorry, guys. Grind for loot coffins in our free-to-play multiplayer mode and use your Genesis or Apocalypse weapon NFT to earn gold Z-Bucks. Yeah, one to watch. Anyway, as I've managed to destroy my screen and you guys can no longer see what the heck I'm doing here, let's get over to Larry and do... Now, here we go. New look Larry. Look at this. Not even Larry. Sorry, antihistamine kicking in. Wheel of Fortune. New look Wheel of Fortune, guys. Rather than us go to two different screens, I thought, why not just do the whole thing in one screen? So here we are. So we get to choose the winner, and we'll have the winner's name staying on the screen while we choose their prize. I thought that was quite cool. Hope you agree. Blee Flu Flower says, dude. Oh, look at that. That doesn't work, does it? Where can I move that to? Let's see. Let's move Blee Flu Flower up here. There you go. You can just about read it. Dude. I think it's me. I think that's me. I'm a dude. Dude. Gamers are so paranoid about NFTs. I don't see this game being alive longer than a week. I agree, by the way. They are. I am as well. I think the difference here is that they're launching it on a Web3 platform, Immutable, which is already occupied by those people that do embrace it. So you wouldn't find this at Steam, you won't find this on PlayStation, you won't find this on Xbox. You've got to go to that platform and, you know, do your research. There's no shortage of first-person shooters, are there? Let's be honest. So for you and I, it probably doesn't mean a thing. But for people that are involved in this Immutable, and I did mean to go and have a look, actually, at the platform. For people that are involved in that, there are apparently a number of games there already. Then they've got a first-person shooter that is completely free to play. So yeah, I don't think it's for us. As I've said, I was more interested in the fact that they are advertising it as cloud only, and we know there's a shortage of games that are that thing. And this whole new concept to me of actually using having your weapons as NFTs, I think that's interesting. I'm just having a look at the amount of games they've got over there. Actually, it's quite a few. They all look pretty good. Anyway, that's that. This is this. Let's get a spin in the wheel. Right, so first up, we're going to choose the... Oh, no, we're not. Because, I'm so half asleep. Because the first thing we need to do, guys, luckily it stays in the thing, is cut and paste all of you that have entered that aren't members. I'm sorry. Right, let's do this very quickly. Giveaways. Here they are. 20 of you. Awesome stuff. Everyone's still there, so don't worry. Copying them over, interacting. It definitely makes it easier for me, this having everything to hand here. I know what's happened. Yeah, I know what's happened. I know why everything's going weird. So I use a keyboard thing that makes the keyboard more... I transpose a couple of keys because I don't like using the control key as the alt key. So I flick them around. Power Toys, which is what I used to do that, had an upgrade. I didn't upgrade it. I was waiting till the show was finished. It's destroyed my setup, which is why all these keys are doing weird things, including copying across from Streamlabs, which is cool because I would just use the mouse alternatives. I won't use the keyboard, so it's all good. He says, bear with me, guys. I'm almost asleep. Notepad. I said, get me a browser-free one, please. Browser, drowsy-free one. A drowse-free one, wife. And she went and gave me one that's made me feel like I'm dropping off. Right, let's try Notepad. Paste. There they all people are. I'm going to delete the ones and then we'll go with it. Wow, 20. That's a really good turnout today. Well done. That's the ones gone. Right, now then, I need to pick them all up again and copy, edit, copy, and where's the wheel? There it is. Let's paste. Why is... Oh, that's not letting me. So... it worked. I just needed to use the control key. Good. Good. Right, let's shuffle up. You can see it shuffling there. I've given it a long spin. So let's give it a proper little spin and the thing will happen. Here we go. For the winner. Who's it gonna be? Start to slow down. It's gone past Squids, No Time Pete, Dad Plays Games. By the way, new rule. The winner has to contact me, and if they don't contact me, I don't award the prize. And that goes to people that aren't even in the chat. Demi, Goddess of Gaming, is today's winner. So you see the name now stays on the screen, which is good. And I'll close that one down and I will choose the, there we are, the wheel of the game. And we will now, hey beautiful people, how are you, my friend? Thank you, by the way, for your donation for my charity stream of the weekend. That was very generous of you, and thank you very much for that. Here we go then. So, Demi-Goddess of Gaming, who's sat right on top of my forehead, is now going to have the prize chosen. Here we go. Before we do that, let me just give it a little shuffle. There we are. Added a few new prizes in as well. Yeah. Here we go. Hey, everybody, take a look at me. I got street credibility. I don't mind. Here we go. Gods versus humans. Choose your own. Cook, serve, delicious. Going to be a choose your own for Demi, I think, almost certainly. Yay! Choose your own. Wow, look at it go. Look at that animated. Very nice. So, yeah, this is how it's going to work because, quite honestly, it's so much hassle trying to chase people down to say you won that you need to check in and see who the winner is. I will put it in the description every day after the show. So you don't need to necessarily watch the show, although I wouldn't mind a 10-minute watch. I will put it in the description and then you will need to get in touch with me and then you will be awarded your prize. If I don't hear from you in 5 days' time, it goes back in the pot. Simple as that. That's just the way it's going to be for me. There we go. Guys, that's it. What do you think of this new wheel thing? That works quite well, doesn't it? Having them both on the same screen. I think that works really nicely. Just makes it a little bit easier. You know what I'm like, always trying new things. And that one's kind of working for me. So let's go back to this screen. Hey, here he is. Look at me, looking very dark and moody. What do you think? Very dark and moody. Let's see what happens if I go to alter. That's a bit better. A little bit washed out, but it's all good. So there we go, guys. Thursday. We're almost into Friday. How cool is that? Tomorrow is a funny old one for me. I have got a net business thing at 3:30. Don't forget, this is 5 p.m. the show goes live for me. So we're talking now in terms of GMT. So I have this business thing happening at 3:30, an hour and a half before the show is meant to go live. And this business thing is meant to go on well into the night. But my stamina's not, that ain't gonna happen for me. So at the moment, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I just don't know. So I may or I may not stream tomorrow, but I will try. I'll try and get something on, and that will all be good. Streamlight, was it Bruce? Let's have a look. Streamlight. still coming up with tactical and safety rated flashlights and headlamps. Do you mean Stream Link, which is Steam Link? Is that what you mean? Sorry, dude, I'm not getting anything at all come up as Streamlight here. Steam Link, I've definitely tried, which is what GeForce Now is moving to soon. And Moonlight, which is the other thing you might be thinking of, which I also love. I play both Moonlight and Steam Link from my PC here to my Shield in the front, in the living room, front room, whatever it is. But I can't, as I've said, the only game at the moment that I was trying to stream across was Hogwarts. And my problem with the Hogwarts was that one of them doesn't allow the audio and the other one doesn't have the right controller profiles, which annoyed the heck out of me. So I'm waiting for it to turn up on Boomerang Game Rental thingy bobby. That's the way it goes. Right, guys, unless there's anything else that you wanted to discuss, and I'm happy to broaden the conversation, I'm going to start winding up now and let you guys get on with your Thursday before I fall asleep. I think I'm going to go and play some Destiny. If anybody sees me in Destiny, I'm open to be joined, by the way. The way I set my Destiny up is anybody can join me. Whatever I'm doing, it's completely public. So if you see me online, feel free to jump in. Absolutely. And I'll pop my headphones on and say hi. So I'm not completely ignorant. It's just I don't bother to go look for people. So if you see me on there, make a friend. Invite me to become a friend. If you don't, I'm Bungie. I think I'm just Rokk, R-O-K-K, on Bungie. Or if not, it'll be Rokk Show. It's one of those. But yeah, come and friend me. Friend me, guys. And I'm more than happy to jump in and have a little play in Destiny. But I'm going to be playing that for a couple of days until I know Hogwarts is on its way. I also need to go and do some Atomic Heart as well. I've just realised the reason you guys, bless you, you've all been messaging me. I've not been seeing it because I killed the browser, and you need the browser open to see the chat. So I'm really, really sorry. Let me just quickly catch up with all of these lovely messages. Oy vey, it all happened after Dorrigan. Let's see. I'm really sorry about that. Let me just pause me because I want to see me chit-chatting. I'm going to pop out the chat and then let's see what we got here. Quickly. Congratulations. That would have been for Demi. I haven't seen Demi for a while. I know she's been very busy, which is a shame. Stream site is great, Bruce, but far too expensive for me. Everybody's talking about stream site. I have no idea what it is. Stream site. What does it do? Maybe I just need to look. What is it? A streaming application? I've looked at most of them, to be fair. Visualization tool for large-scale streaming. Oh, wow. For streaming applications. No, I haven't seen that before. Is that what you meant? Maybe. Wow, I am dropping off here. Rokk Show. Ant says, I needed to take a break on story-driven games. So the game I have now from Gamefly is Need for Speed Reboot. I love Need for Speed. I love all the Need for Speed games. I really do. That was the last, I think one of my only games I ever played on the Vita was Need for Speed. It's a great game. Congrats to Demi, says Obi. Thank you. Miss Phoenix says maybe light stream. Yeah, not quite sure. Dorrigan, that's the one. Miss Phoenix, light stream. Oh, okay. I've got a light stream account. Now we're getting somewhere. So yes, I happen to have a light stream account. Would you like to see? I know exactly what you're referring to now. Let me see if I can get, because this is interesting actually. I was in two minds about covering this. But my videos that I do of this kind of stuff, they just don't get a huge amount of views. So I'd all but thought, nah, it's not worth the bother. Let me just pull the screen up. And now I know exactly where you're talking. Right, okay, let's go back to Simple Larry. So this is what you're referring to, light stream. Okay, yes. Now, I happen to have a light stream account. Let me go back here. me see if it'll let me in. And the latest product is Studio 2, which is now been, they kind of co-branded it with Joby, joby.com. Yeah, it's called Joby Studio. Now, Joby Studio is free, with the usual caveats of a load of stuff that goes with free, but I do have a Lightstream account. I just can't remember for the life of me what email account I set it up with. So I've now got to send myself a separate email to get in there. It's actually quite good, and there's one thing with it that I really like. Log into Joby. Here we go. Let me just copy it. 9 times out of 10 it remembers that I have an account. It gives me the full-blown Joby. Let me just come back here and paste it in. Oh, no, I think this is correct. Magic link expired. Nice. Allow for that. Device in use. Block. Yeah, so it's very similar. Studio 2 is very similar. There's a couple of things Lightstream do. I've got videos for some of it. They've launched this Joby, Joby joint promotional thing, which is basically like Melon, like StreamYard, like Restream, all of those guys. But what it has got, which is pretty cool, is favorites along the base. So if you've got lower thirds or a logo or a banner or an overlay, you can set them up in the favorites. It's quite useful when you're streaming to select them when you're going forward. So on that front, I like it. I also really like, the one thing I really like about Lightstream is all of their stuff is just looks so good. It really does. Let me see if I can go in. I don't have a camera or mic set up, but they are kings of user interfaces. Here we go. So you can see this now, and you know, if you've ever used this kind of thing, you'll feel at home. It's very familiar. The whole template down the bottom thing. You can put your camera in, devices in use, but I just need to tell it to use a different camera. It just won't let me. Maybe I don't have the other. Anyway, very similar, but as I've said, it has these favorites which are really cool. So you can, as live chat, so you can bring chat over the top of your studio, and you can actually test it as well. Testing chat here, and show that there. So you can see it on the side there. There it is. Boop, popping up. Very similar. You've got all your different graphics and your overlays, and you can add banners. It's very, very similar. The free version usually has the streaming with Joby in the corner. So, you know, that's your downside. Other than that, though, multi-destination, so you can go to different YouTubes and Twitches and things. The other thing that Lightstream do, two things. One is they have a Lightstream studio, which is like this, but it's just more kind of OBS-y. A bit like EVMux. The other thing they have, which is really cool, is that you can stream from your Xbox or your PlayStation, and you can set Lightstream up as an option to pick up the Twitch stream, add stuff around it, so you can have overlays and cameras and text and all that sort of thing, and then it pushes it on to Twitch, which is really cool. And I've got that set up, and I usually, when I'm streaming from Xbox, I have that as an option. But it's quite cool. You can set it up to do your thing, and then push it on. So there's a number of things that they do. That's one of them. And they also have the initial studio, which is just a little bit more going on. You can move stuff around in boxes and things, different to Studio 2, which is very prescriptive and as it goes. It's a good alternative for overlays, save you investing in a capture card. Yeah, I mean, you guys, you know me. I've got a lifetime Melon account. I've had Restream. I had Restream for over a year. StreamYard. I've used them all. I look at them all. I've been using EVMux for a while. They gave me a year's worth of the Pro account. I've been using EVMux for the Rokk Show. Bjorn's been using it for Rokk Players. Actually, this coming Tuesday, I'm going back to Melon. And the reason is that there's a feature in EVMux where you choose the video that you want to automatically kick in when you go live. But if you move around in the scenes, it changes the initial video. And I reported this and they said it's not a bug, it's a feature. So I thought, well, you can bug off. I'm going back to Melon. Because Melon's just so easy to use. And Martinez uses Melon for my next gen gaming, which is over here. This is Melon. And the reason I've suddenly gone really weird colors is because it is pulling in the same camera, and that's something a massive problem with Windows PCs. You don't get it on Macs. Macs quite happily allow you to share cameras, or they whinge and let you know, but the PCs do bizarre things. I just realised you're not seeing any of this because I never transitioned the screen. I was showing you how this stuff was working. You didn't see any of it. I'm sorry, guys. I am genuinely half asleep. So yeah, don't worry about the fact that I look like a Martian. That's what it's all about. What games are you hyped for right now? I don't think I am anything at the moment. I'm looking forward to Redfall in May. I'm actually the games out at the moment. Some great games out at the moment that I like Atomic Heart. I've just finished Ragnarok. That was a game I was hyped for. There's a lot of games that have come out in the past that I've yet to play that I was hyped about. So looking forward to those. So I'm so sorry, guys. I was literally taking you through how Lightstream worked and stuff and showing you the screens and things. And you didn't see it because I had all this going on over here. Right, let's go back to the welcome screen and get the hell out. Quite like the fact that I'm all over the screen here. It's quite arty, that, isn't it? Looks pretty cool. Miss Phoenix, the only reason I don't use Lightstream is because the supported webcams on PS5 are not great. Yeah, I don't... I've only used it for my Series X because PlayStation, PS5, broadcasts to Twitch and YouTube and does great stuff. And if you want to go to multiple platforms, it is kind of pop arty, isn't it, Rokk? If you want to go to multiple platforms, there's a number of tools that you can use. This is one on that I covered in one of my videos. That's pretty good. It's called Airstream. It's a couple of quid a month, literally about $1.99 a month. And you can stream to it in Twitch, and when it picks up the stream, it will send it off to anywhere that you want it to go. So it will send it to YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever you want it to go, and that's pretty cool. I use the built-in overlay on PlayStation, works better, and it's inclusive. So yeah, I mean, if you need the overlay stuff, then it's cool. You can, of course, incorporate a camera and a mic into the broadcast on your PlayStation, and Cowboy does that when he streams games. Granted, you're very limited in the sense that it's quite small and you don't get many options as to where you want stuff to go, but yeah, that's a good way to do it. But there you go. Right, I'm gonna head the heck out. How you liking Hogwarts, Miss Phoenix? Says Martinez. She was saying the other day she's not totally bought into it yet, I think. March, Stadia Pro Games, is young Ron. Oh, Ron's going to be using that joke till he dies. David, how are you, my friend? Hope you're all having a good day. I myself have a tweaked neck and want to cry myself into oblivion. Mate, the amount of issues what you get, bless you. Have you sorted your Mac out yet? That's the bigger question. I've decided next Tuesday's episode is called Where's Wildo? When we go looking for Wilson. Don't believe me? Check it out. It's on there now. Where's Wildo? It's quite funny, isn't it? Let me see. Doop, 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 doop. Or the other one I've got is doop, 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 doop. Right, I'm getting out of here. Yeah, when I stream a brand new game, I stream directly through the PS5. But if it's not new and I streamed it already, I stream it through OBS. See, I know, Anne. I know how it works. I played 12 hours, but I get distracted, said Miss Phoenix. Oh, it's no good getting distracted. That's a sign of not being committed to the game, isn't it? Let's be honest. Right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. You have a fantastic Thursday, and I hope I see you tomorrow. If not, stay tuned. I'll, publish what I'm going to be doing. I'll see you later. Take care.